question is, how much do you pay for pallets and have you ever been disappointed? So in general, when we're buying a pallet of clothing, and this is specifically new with tags clothing, really great brands, is the goal. In general, we're spending anywhere from about $1,000 to $2,000 per pallet. If you're paying more than that, you might be overpaying for those items unless you have a manifested list and you really know what's in there, or if it is a specific brand. The most we've ever spent on one pallet was just under $8,000. The least we've ever bought a pallet for was $50, and that was unmanifested. It was actually a great pallet, tons of great inventory. In general, usually around $1,500 to $2,000 is about what we're paying for most of the pallets. It really does have a lot to do with what is in there, where we're buying it from, and not to mention shipping costs of getting that shipped in. Have we ever been disappointed? With reselling and buying pallets, there's a lot of ups and downs with it. We have purchased pallets from places that have shipped, let's say there was one we had that was very dense. It had a ton of inventory in it, but a lot of the high-end nice pieces were damaged, ripped, torn, tags pulled off, big rips, seams undone, damaged, destroyed, like high-end designer brands that are just trashed. It's like a punch to the gut when you see those kinds of things. It really sucks. If that happens, I highly recommend sort that out, set it aside, go through that entire pallet, find out what you're left with, and then run your numbers on what you have to work with so you don't become completely overwhelmed with the items that are damaged. Yes, we've had some that have been questionable. Most companies have some policies. You can contact them. This pallet was said to be this, and this, and what we found was this. Typically, they'll give you some kind of a credit towards another purchase, or they'll work something out with you. So there's usually a little bit you can do as far as that. Other places we've bought from where it's like you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. If you're constantly buying stuff from this company, sometimes you just take the good with the bad and work with it and move on. So I think a lot to do with buying pallets, you have to know where to put your time into. Is it going to be worth it going through and creating a return or opening a case on that? Or do you just say, you know what, I've got this much good stuff. There's actually some good dollar value here. I'm going to put the work in and recoup what I can with the rest of it. So it's kind of a two-sided thing. I think the worst pallet we ever had was it was a pallet that was very full, had a ton of amazing items, a lot of Lululemon, new with tags. It had Aloe Yoga in there. It had Rock Revival jeans and a ton of other amazing inventory. The entire pallet smelled of gasoline. I kid you not, soaked. There was one pair of jeans that was so heavy and soaked with it, we just threw it away. Most of the items, because they were in plastic, I was able to wipe them down with vinegar. I got online, did some research on how to save most of those pieces, aired them out, cleaned them best we could, sold most of it. We did make great money after it was all done, but there was a lot of work behind it. That was the worst, but it was from a supplier that we buy from often. We didn't create a lot of issues around it. We just kind of moved forward. One other one that is worth mentioning is like designer. There was one that we paid, trying to think back. It was Cartier sunglasses. It was just under 100 pieces. So like 98 pair of sunglasses, new in box. We got them, and in less than 10 minutes of having that inventory, I authenticated every single piece as being fake. So that was another, I think we paid like over $100 a pair. So it would have been closer to like $9,000 or something, $8,000 or $9,000 for it. So it was a lot, but we did contact the company, let them know this is not authentic, and they did accept the entire group back and gave us a credit. We did not eat the cost on that. So definitely be careful with your items if they're authentic or not. You kind of have to know who you're working with and what's worth putting the time into. So hopefully this helps.